Welcome to Dog Facts and Fun, where every fact hides a story of love. Have you ever looked at your golden retriever, that smiling face, wagging tail, and warm eyes, and thought, they must be the happiest dog alive? You feed them, play with them, let them snuggle close on the couch. But here's the hard truth. Even the most loving homes can be the source of hidden stress. A study from Finland revealed that nearly 70% of pet dogs suffer from chronic anxiety, and that includes Goldens, the breed known for being endlessly loyal and emotionally attuned to us. Golden Retrievers aren't just friendly. They're emotional sponges. They read your voice, your body language, and your silence. So when something feels off, a shift in routine, a tone too sharp, a need ignored, it doesn't just confuse them, it hurts them. So today we're going to talk about 12 common mistakes that dog owners make, especially with Goldens. Mistakes that may seem harmless to us, but to your dog, they can quietly chip away at their joy, their trust, and their bond with you. But this isn't about guilt. It's about insight. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see your Golden with new eyes, and you'll know exactly how to show them love in the language they understand best. Mistake number 1, inconsistent rules. Confusing your Golden's heart. Have you ever let your Golden get away with something just because they looked too adorable to correct? Maybe they jumped on the bed when they weren't supposed to, but their happy little spin melted your heart. Or maybe they carried your slipper like a prize, and instead of taking it away, you laughed and said, "You're so silly." It seems harmless in the moment. After all, how can you resist that golden grin? But here's the catch. Golden Retrievers thrive on emotional consistency. They don't just want to please you, they live for it. So when the rules change based on your mood, it doesn't feel playful to them. It feels confusing. You see, Goldens aren't mind readers. They don't know when just this once applies. When you laugh at a behavior today but scold it tomorrow, they don't understand what changed. All they feel is uncertainty. And for a Golden, uncertainty suckers stress. These dogs are wired to seek approval. It's in their DNA to tune into your expectations. So when they can't predict your reaction, it shakes the very foundation of trust they've built with you. Want to know the greatest gift you can give your Golden? Clarity. Firm but gentle rules, the same ones every time. When they know what's okay and what's not, they relax. They feel safe. And that sense of safety lets them give you their best self over and over again. So before you let that Golden face bend the rules again, pause. Kindness isn't about letting things slide, it's about being steady. Because to your Golden, consistency doesn't feel strict. It feels like love. Now that we've tackled mixed signals, let's talk about another silent stressor, a shaky daily routine. Mistake number 2, skipping routine, unsettling your Golden's sense of safety. Imagine waking up each day not knowing when or if breakfast will come. Sometimes it's 7 a.m., sometimes not until noon. Some days you get a walk right after eating. Other days nothing happens for hours. That's exactly what a Golden Retriever feels like without a clear routine. Goldens are gentle souls. They don't ask for much, just a little structure, a little predictability, and a whole lot of you. But when life gets chaotic, they feel it deep in their bones. They don't understand calendar apps or sudden meetings. They only know the world feels off, and that uncertainty can rattle their core. Science backs this up. Studies have shown that a dog's cortisol, their stress hormone, can mirror their humans. So when your life feels out of balance, your Golden's emotional world begins to wobble too. And because they're such emotionally attuned dogs, even small changes in your rhythm can feel like a storm rolling in. The fix, it's simpler than you think. Set meal times and stick to them. Walk the same familiar path around the same time each day. Create tiny rituals they can count on, a game after dinner, a quiet cuddle before bed. These moments are anchors in their day. They whisper, "You're safe. I've got you." If your golden ever paces, whines, or seems uneasy, look at your routine before you look at their behavior. They're not being difficult. They're looking for something to hold on to. Next, let's talk about how using too many words for the same command can quietly break down your golden's confidence. Mistake number 3. Mixing commands, confusing your golden's loving heart. You spend an afternoon teaching your golden to stay. They sit patiently, eyes locked on you, waiting for the next cue. You beam with pride they've nailed it. But the next morning, you're in the backyard and say, "Hold on," and they bolt toward the gate like the lesson never happened. You pause, confused. Didn't they just learn this? Here's the thing too, you stay wait and hold on sound close enough. To your golden, they're completely different languages. Golden retrievers are intelligent and eager to please, but they need clarity to thrive. When you swap words or use a different tone, you're not reinforcing the old command, you're giving them a brand new puzzle. And when they don't get it right, they're not ignoring you. They're just unsure. And that uncertainty chips away at their confidence. Over time, a golden who keeps guessing wrong may stop trying altogether, not because they're stubborn, but because they're afraid of disappointing you. The fix is beautifully simple. Choose one word per command and stick with it. Always use the same tone. Add a hand signal if you can. Each time they hear that word and succeed, it builds their sense of, "I got this." And with goldens, confidence leads to joy, a kind of joy that radiates through their whole body. Clear words build trust, and trust makes your golden shine. Up next, we'll explore why scolding your golden too late can lead to guilt on your end, but total confusion on theirs. Mistake number 4. Scolding too late. Breaking your golden's heart without meaning to you. Come home after a long day. The trash is everywhere. Your favorite shoe chewed. You find your golden sitting nearby looking up with those big guilty eyes. So naturally, you raise your voice. What did you do? But here's the truth. That look on their face doesn't mean they understand. Golden retrievers are masters at reading emotion, not timelines. When they see your shoulders tense, your voice sharp, they don't connect it to the trash or the shoe. They just know you're upset, and that hurts them more than you realize. Goldens don't live in the past like we do. If you punish them minutes or even hours after something happened, you're not correcting the behavior. You're creating fear confusion, and slowly, unintentionally chipping away at their trust in you. They're not sorry for the mess. They're sorry you're not smiling at them anymore. So, what should you do? If you catch them in the act, say digging through the bin or tugging on your shoe, interrupt gently, but firmly. Redirect them to something better. Reward when they listen. And if you missed it, let it go. Clean up. Take a breath. Then plan how to prevent it next time. Because to a golden retriever, your reaction isn't just about discipline, it's part of the relationship. Make that relationship safe, fair, and clear. Now that we know how timing affects trust, let's move on to something that might surprise you: how physical affection like hugs might not feel as comforting as you think. Mistake number 5. Hugging too tightly. When your golden feels trapped, not loved. Who doesn't love a warm hug? To us, it's one of the purest ways to show affection. So it's only natural that we wrap our arms around our golden retriever, squeeze tight, and whisper how much we love them. But here's what might surprise you. Many dogs don't actually enjoy being hugged, especially not the way humans do. Golden retrievers are famously gentle. They tolerate more than most breeds. But even Goldens have boundaries. And in dog language, being pinned or held tightly can signal dominance or threat, not love. Think about it. Dogs don't hug each other. When one places paws over another's back, it's often to assert control. So when you wrap both arms around your Golden and hold them still, especially from behind, they might feel trapped instead of safe. Studies show that over 80% of dogs display subtle stress signs during hugs: pinned ears, stiff posture, turning their head, showing the whites of their eyes. Goldens may not growl or snap, but that doesn't mean they're comfortable. So what's a better way? Let your Golden choose. If they lean in, nuzzle, or melt into your touch, that's a yes. If they pull away or freeze, give them space. Most Goldens prefer a gentle ear scratch, a belly rub, or just being close, no squeezing required. Love them in their language. When you do, they'll offer you trust that no hug could ever match. Coming up next, let's look at how waking your Golden at the wrong moment can do more harm than you think. Mistake number 6. Waking them wrong. Startling your Golden. Out of a dream. There's something heart-melting about watching your Golden retriever sleep. Curled up, tail tucked, breathing slow, they look so peaceful. It's tempting to reach out, stroke their fur, maybe whisper their name with a smile. But here's the part many dog owners don't realize. Waking your dog too suddenly can trigger fear, and sometimes even an accidental bite. Golden retrievers are famously gentle. But like all dogs, they go through sleep cycles just like humans. Light sleep, deep sleep, and REM, where dreaming happens. If you jolt them awake, especially with a sudden touch, they may wake up disoriented, not recognizing where they are or who touched them. And for rescue Goldens, former strays, or those with past trauma, this reaction can be even stronger. They wake in survival mode not to hurt, but to protect. It's called sleep startle, and it's more common than you think. That's why it's so important to let them wake gently. Call their name softly from a few feet away. Let their ears twitch, their tail flick. Then, if needed, approach from the front with a calm voice and a visible hand. And honestly, sometimes the kindest thing you can do is nothing. Let them sleep. Let their dreams carry them where they feel safest, in a world where they know they're loved. Because a well-rested Golden is a calm, happy Golden. Next, let's look at what happens when we push our Golden to be a social butterfly, when all they want is to quietly observe from the corner. Mistake number 7. Forcing social time. When your Golden just wants space. We love to show off our Goldens. They're sweet, gentle, and usually great with people. So when guests come over, it's natural to call them out from their bed, nudge them to say hello, or bring them along to crowded events. After all, they're Golden retrievers. They love everyone. Right? Well, not always. Some Goldens are shy. Some have had rough starts in life. And even the most sociable ones need time and space to feel safe. Pushing your Golden to interact when they're not ready can do more harm than good. They might not bark or snap, but they'll show you in other ways. Licking their lips, yawning when they're not tired, turning their head, or trying to leave the room. These are their quiet pleas: I'm overwhelmed, please let me breathe. When we ignore those signals, we teach them that humans bring pressure, not peace. And that can slowly turn into anxiety, not just about strangers, but about the spaces where they once felt safe. Here's the better way. Give your Golden the freedom to choose. Let them watch from a distance. Create a quiet retreat, a crate, a separate room, a soft blanket somewhere they know they won't be forced to perform. And if they do choose to come out and say hi, praise them softly. Let them lead. Because trust grows best when it's given time to bloom. Coming up next, we're going to talk about a moment that breaks many hearts when your golden offers love, and we accidentally push it away. Mistake number 8. Pushing them away when your golden just wants a moment with you. You're rushing out the door, keys in one hand, coffee in the other half, your mind already at work. And right then, your golden retriever pads over tail-wagging eyes, soft, leaning in for just a second of connection. But you're late, so you gently push them aside and say, "Not now." We've all done it. Life moves fast. But for your golden, that tiny moment was everything. Golden retrievers don't care about meetings, deadlines, or errands. They live for you. And when they offer affection, a gentle nudge, a lean, a kiss on your hand, they're not asking for attention. They're giving love in the purest way they know how. When we push them away too often, they don't think we're busy. They think they're bothering us. And over time, that message sinks in. They may stop leaning in, stop trying to connect. Not because they love you less, but because they're afraid their love is unwelcome. But the beautiful truth is, it only takes seconds to reassure them. A soft word, a quick scratch behind the ears, a smile and a, "I see you, buddy." Those small gestures build something huge: trust, confidence, a bond that says, no matter how rushed life feels, you always matter. Don't let busyness blur what your golden offers so freely. Next up, we'll look at the flip side: why rewarding your golden at just the right moment can change everything about how they see the world. Mistake number 9. Missing the moment. Forgetting to reward your golden at the right time. Imagine doing everything right, sitting when asked, waiting patiently, resisting the urge to jump. And then, nothing. No good boy, no smile, no treat, just silence. That's how it feels for your golden retriever when you forget to reward them in the moment they earn it. Goldens are eager learners. They want to please you. But timing is everything. If you wait too long to acknowledge their good behavior, they don't connect the reward to the action. And slowly they start to wonder, did I do something wrong? It's not about spoiling them. It's about communication. Your golden thrives on feedback. A cheerful yes or a quick pat on the head tells them you got it right. That simple reinforcement builds confidence, motivation, and joy. And here's the best part. You don't need a treat every time. For many Goldens, your voice and affection mean just as much, sometimes more. A well-timed "good job, buddy," a gentle rub under the chin, a moment of play after a command "well done." These things matter. Because to a Golden, learning isn't just about commands. It's about feeling safe, seen, and celebrated. So the next time your Golden does something right, even something small, catch it. Name it. Celebrate it. You're not just teaching behavior. You're building a bond. Up next, let's look at how playtime isn't just fun. It's your Golden's secret weapon for emotional well-being. Mistake number 10. Skipping play, forgetting what makes your Golden feel alive. When we think about what our Golden needs, we usually start with the basics: food, water, shelter, a comfy place to sleep. All essential. But there's something just as critical that often gets overlooked: play. For a Golden Retriever, play isn't just fun. It's therapy. It's joy. It's one of the deepest ways they connect with you and process the world around them. Goldens are full of energy, curiosity, and emotion. They were bred to retrieve, to run, to think. And when those needs aren't met, the energy doesn't disappear, it turns inward. That's when you see chewing, digging, barking. Not because they're bad, but because they're bored and frustrated. A walk is great, but it's not enough. Play activates the mind, the body, and the heart all at once. Whether it's a game of fetch tug-of-war or puzzle toys, those moments tell you're golden. You matter. I see you. Let's do something that feels like you. Even science agrees. Studies show dogs retain training better and show more emotional balance when learning is followed by play. Play isn't just a reward. It's a reset. It's how your golden decompresses, celebrates, and bonds with you. So if your golden seems restless or off, ask yourself, have they had a chance to just be a dog today? Sometimes the best solution isn't discipline. It's joy. Next, we'll talk about how taking away your golden's toy too soon might be sending the wrong message and quietly eroding their sense of trust. Mistake. 11. Taking the toy too soon. Breaking your golden's trust without knowing it. Picture this: your golden retriever is lying on the floor, fully absorbed in their favorite toy. Maybe it's squeaky, maybe it's fluffy, maybe it's falling apart. But to them, it's perfect. You need quiet, or you're ready to leave. So you reach down and take it away. Seems harmless, right? But for your golden, that toy isn't just a thing. It's theirs. It's comfort. It's security. And when it disappears, without warning, something deeper disappears. With it, trust. Goldens are sensitive. They form deep emotional bonds with you, with routines, and yes, even with toys. So when we remove something they're attached to, especially without a reason, they understand they feel robbed. Not of a toy, but of agency. Over time, this can lead to a behavior known as resource guarding, when a dog becomes protective over their toys, treats, or even space. Not because they're being difficult, but because they're afraid of losing what matters to them. Here's a better way. If you need the toy, try offering a trade, a treat, another toy, or even a play session. Use cues like drop it or give and reward when they listen. Make the moment a game, not a loss. And most importantly, let them finish when you can. Because to a golden retriever, sharing feels safest when it's their choice, not your command. Up next, let's explore why ignoring your golden when they're trying to connect, especially in public or busy places, can leave them feeling invisible, right when they need you most. Mistake number 12. Ignoring their efforts when your golden feels invisible after trying their best. You just wrapped up a training session. Your golden sat, stayed, and came when called. They followed every cue with that signature sparkle in their eyes, eager, proud, hoping to please. And then you move on, back to emails, dishes, errands. They're left sitting there, tail still, energy buzzing, waiting for something more. For golden retrievers, doing something right isn't just about obedience, it's about connection. They put their heart into getting it right. So when their effort is met with silence, it doesn't feel like a neutral moment. It feels like a missed one. Goldens live for your attention. They read your face like a book. They don't just want a command to follow. They want a relationship to strengthen. That's why what happens after the training matters just as much as the training itself. The best trainers know end on a high. Celebrate. Let them play. Toss a ball. Offer their favorite toy. Let them run free for a few minutes. These aren't distractions, they're emotional rewards. They seal the moment in your golden's memory as something fun, not just functional. Without that, release training becomes pressure. With it, training becomes partnership. So after your golden gives you their focus, give them joy. Let them know that trying in itself is worth celebrating. Because when learning ends in love, they'll always come back for more. Coming up, let's look at a common mistake that can ruin your golden's sense of safety, using their crate as punishment instead of peace. If you've seen yourself in any of these mistakes, take a breath. You're not a bad dog parent. You're human. And the truth is, golden retrievers are some of the most forgiving souls you'll ever meet. They don't hold grudges. They don't dwell on the past. They love you through your flaws, through your busyness, through every moment you didn't quite get it right. But now, you know better. And knowing better is where everything changes. You know that your golden isn't just cute, they're deeply emotional. You know that routine clarity and affection on their terms make them feel safe. You know that every good job, every minute of play, every gentle moment matters more than you realized. Golden retrievers give everything their loyalty, their joy, their trust, without asking for much in return. Just to be seen, to be understood, to be loved in a way that feels true to them. And the beautiful part, it's never too late. One consistent day, one soft word, one pause to connect. That's all it takes to remind them that their heart chose the right human. So tonight, before you turn off the lights, look at your golden. And remember, you are their whole world. And they've been waiting patiently for you to see them that way too.